I'm Reverend Alexis here, and I wanted to come to you with our Thursday teaching on a spiritual practice. And as we begin, I'd like to start with a reading from Exodus. Now, this might be familiar to some of you as a reading because it's the midst of the Ten Commandments. So, hear these words from Exodus. I'm going to read just one commandment for you. Remember the Sabbath day and treat it as holy. 6 days you may work and do all your tasks, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. Do not do any work on it, not you, your sons or daughters, your male or female servants, your animals, or the immigrant who is living with you. Because the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and everything that is in them in 6 days, but rested on the seventh day. That is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Now, we can debate about when Sabbath is supposed to be, but I can tell you from a scriptural standpoint, Sabbath is on Saturday. We actually worship on the first day of the week in honor of resurrection, not in honor of Sabbath. But really, what I want to talk to you about is the spiritual discipline of taking a Sabbath, taking a day off. Now, for a lot of us, weekends are for having fun. Weekends are for catching up around the house. Weekends are for spending time with family, doing the lawn mowing, uh, going to church, hopefully, doing some worship in that. But Sabbath is a true day off, a day when maybe we should push it so far as to say, what if we start taking breaks from social media on the Sabbath? What if we didn't turn the news on Sabbath? What if we did spend a little more time in scripture and in prayer? What if we spent more time resting our bodies in a way that is truly restful? And sleep, nap. If you're into yoga, there is this pose, which I never say right, so I'm not even going to try. But some people call it corpse pose. It's kind of dark. You lay flat on your back and you ground everything into the floor and press everything back and just release the tension in all of your muscles, and you give your body a rest. What if we took a break on a Sabbath day from our screens? We know this, that our screens emit a blue light which is activating to our brains and hard on our eyes. Now, I want to tell you something. There was a while there in American history and in the history of a lot of countries where Sabbath became a law. Maybe some of you are old enough to remember blue laws where grocery stores weren't allowed to sell alcohol on Sundays, where stores were closed down on Sundays, which again is weird, right? Because Sabbath isn't Sunday, but this is when they chose to do it, and all this stuff was supposed to stop so that people would have one day off where no one was working. The intentions were good, but I want you to hear these words from Jesus, which it's always good to go back to Jesus. Here's what Jesus says. Jesus returned to the synagogue. A man with a withered hand was there. Wanting to bring charges against Jesus, they were watching Jesus closely to see if he would heal on the Sabbath. He said to the man with the withered hand, "Step up where people can see you." Then he said to them, "Is it legal on the Sabbath to do good or to do evil, to save life or kill?" But they said nothing. Looking around at them with anger, deeply grieved at their unyielding hearts, he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." So he did, and his hand was made healthy. At that, the Pharisees got together with the supporters of Herod to plan how to destroy Jesus. Here's another story. Jesus went through the wheat fields on the Sabbath. As the disciples made their way, they were picking the heads of wheat, probably to eat them. The Pharisees said to Jesus, "Look, why are they breaking the Sabbath law?" He said to them, "Haven't you ever read what David did when he was in need? When he and those with him were hungry? During the time when Abiathar was high priest, David went into God's house and ate the bread of the presence which only the priests were allowed to eat. He also gave bread to those who were with him. Then Jesus said, "The Sabbath was created for humans. Humans weren't created for Sabbath. This is why the human one is Lord even over the Sabbath." So, as we're talking about this practice of Sabbath, I'm not trying to advocate for laws that are dictated by religious practice, but a recognition of this, that God ordained that folks would take a day off because we need a day off. We are wired to have certain rhythms in our lives, and we need to build in breaks throughout our day and not apologize for that. And more importantly, we need to build a Sabbath day, which really means you should have 2 days off, because you should have a day where you get to have fun, where you get to rest, where you get to binge watch Netflix, where you get to catch up on your housework and all that fun stuff. But then you also need a Sabbath, a true break from screens, a true down, give your body, give your brain, give your eyes a rest time, a chance to reset as a piece of natural rhythm. So, my encouragement for you is to try this, even if you can't try it once a week, because I recognize that it's a big schedule change to all of a sudden take a day like this off. My encouragement to you is to try this once in a while. Try taking a complete Sabbath from the world around you as much as possible, to just be fully present with your family. Maybe you're going to go camping. I don't know. That seems like a easy physically distant COVID thing to do right now. But turn off the world as much as you can. Give your body as much of a break as you can. Turn off the screens. Give your eyes and your brain a break from the stuff that triggers and excites them, and truly rest for a full day, because God encourages it and God knows you need it. I miss you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. We hope you have found these videos to be helpful, and we're going to keep studying new spiritual practices so that we can keep giving you ideas of things to play with, so that you can continue growing as disciples and apostles of Jesus Christ. See you soon. Bye.